I found it again when I came here. I came back here. But it was not my heart. It was just everywhere. This heart. It is not personal. It's not someone's possession. It is the universal heart. So this is our heart. This is our heart. This is our self. Also. Don't feel that when we discover this, that you're just universal and just universal. It's not. You are. But still, this universality expresses into a kind of individuality also. It expresses as individuality, but it's universal. There's a uniqueness in every fragrance through which it expresses, no? But still it is universal, you see. And this is the beauty, because sometimes people are afraid that if they let go of the localized consciousness, which gives you the sense of you personally or sense privately, that you'll just be so infinite, there will be no more you in this way. But at the same time, it's like what we discover is that that which is found within my own self, as my own self, it is the same self in each body. That is a beautiful discovery. But each expression can be unique. It's not that we all become like a kind of clone, and so everybody behave the same way, the same things. No. Fragrance can be diverse. Like everything continues to be diverse. Not even two petals on the same flower. They each have their uniqueness. This uniqueness is not in opposition. It's not in conflict with harmony. It is the dance of harmony. So the life can continue to be the dance of harmony, of this diverse expression, and yet it is a wholeness, yet it is a harmony, it is a oneness. This is the great beauty that we are discovering more and more. There's nothing to be afraid about. Mind puts many images in front that can seem very scary when you have forgotten who you are. Then many voices are troubling you. Many voices are kind of creating confusion. But as soon as again you are home, everything becomes calm. Like a very powerful ocean, a sea that is very rough, suddenly it becomes calm again. So I don't want to try and convince anybody about it, because I'm fully trusting that the powers that brought you here is already revealing that within your own self, that it doesn't need conviction, doesn't need anybody convincing you. We can only somehow resonate energetically with each other. In this resonance, it's just like something may not feel, I know the words Mooji uses, that is okay. But energetically, there's a correspondence. Energetically inside, there's a harmony, there's a sensitivity, an intuitiveness, a spontaneity. Let that be. Let it dance. Don't try to control it. Let it dance. It is your perfume. You see? Peace is our perfume. Joy is our perfume. Wisdom and silence, it is our perfume. But as I said before, this flower nobody can find. Just the perfume is life, the dance of existence. But what we are cannot be perceived phenomenally. You cannot look at what you are. You can only look from what you are. And all that we see corresponds to what we are too. But nothing defines what is. This is the great paradox, you can say. But for whom is this paradox even? We can contemplate that one. I'm going to take this opportunity to look at a few mails. Also, you can stay, it's good. Says, Dear Mooji, I felt compelled to write to you since watching the last main Satsang on Sunday, where you read a message from Turiya. It struck me to the core. It was as if I had written it myself. I feel exactly this way. I just felt I had to tell you. Please answer my prayer also. Love, Leslie. Yes. When the prayer arises inside, like that, the gist of Turiya's letter, it says, replace me with you. Rid me of ego and merge my mind in the truth. Yeah, that is so beautiful. When the heart speaks like this, it has to be heard. It has to be heard and it has to be satisfied. It has to be. For lesser requests are granted, much less this one. Dear Mooji, I have followed your teaching on YouTube for a while now. I am approaching a full surrender, but I can't seem to get there. It's almost like my mind is a shapeshifter and I can never seem to catch it. I'm feeling very lost and don't know what steps to take. Your help would be gratefully appreciated. Please. All love, Warren. Warren. I'm approaching a full surrender, but I can't seem to get there. If the mind has anything really to do with it, somehow it will play games. It is the mind that will experience the surrendering, because the pure self does not need to surrender. It simply is. We are that, we are that. But while we have somehow a combined identity with being and becoming, with being and mind, this duality will create some little mischief. It will keep saying, yes, come here, come here. When you go there, it goes, just there, just there. And you keep moving about from place to place. But all this is something, because eventually you'll run out of moves. You'll just say, you know what, I've had enough of this running about. Is there something that can be found that is not a running about? I say, yes, stay put right here. Yes, let running about run about. But you stay put. Then maybe something might be seen, you see. It's almost like my mind is a shapeshifter, meaning it's not reliable. One moment it seems like something, then as you go there it turns into something else. It's a chameleon. It keeps changing color and shape. So it's almost like my mind is a shapeshifter and I can never seem to catch it. So leave him. Leave him. You see, leave him. Because they say in the whole expression, it's like you're trying to straighten the tail of a dog. You see? You try it and you straighten the tail, you let it go, oops, it goes up again, you see? Then you even put it in a tube. And you try and move it. But then you move the tube and again it goes up. And the mind is like this. Don't try to shape him. Leave him. Let him run free. He has to run free. Yes? And you don't run. You just be free. Don't try to run with the mind. Let him run free like that. This is the thing, you see? Don't identify, because without identity, mind has no power. This psychological side of the mind, it has no power without identity. You see, identity creates a kind of an umbilical cord to the psychological mind and gives it power to keep appearing as though it is alive and real, but it has no reality independent of you. You can be without this mind, but the mind cannot be without you. This is very important that we understand these things. I'm feeling very lost and I don't know what steps to take. You see? So maybe you have to also think also, do I need to take any step at all? You see, every step will take you into a certain direction. Which direction is yourself? Every step creates a direction. What direction is yourself? You have no direction. Mind creates a lot of war. Lots of war, lots of the disturbance. Your help will be greatly appreciated, please. All love. The mind creates a lot of duality, a lot of conflict, a lot of war, you see. When you let him be and you stay as you are, you see, Warren. Then Warren becomes war end. Isn't that good? Yeah? Warren, his name is Warren. So then war end, war of mind. When you don't give any juice to these ideas. And you will see so quickly. See? At first it's very difficult to resist the itch of the mind. Something by habit wants to go, keeps going there. And it's a little bit like athlete's foot. It's scratching. No. And then you start, it's a very sweet scratch. It's sweet. But a lot of blood come and a lot of pain after. So this is not the pleasure you want from this one. Dear Mooji, the presence realized in your grace at Zimar, in which you said you would like to seal me, is strong and continuous. The daily actions and interactions are like water off a lotus leaf. Nothing seems to really reach the mind or stick anywhere anymore. There is just one yearning, to have the direct experience of truth, the true self you pointed to. The heart is peaceful, yet cries out with a strange longing. How long, dear Master, is this pregnancy before there will be a deliverance? Going to Tiruvannamalai, as there is a call within to sit at Arunachala's presence and Ramana Maharshi's energy field for a week, and will explore the possibility of being there longer. Any advice for me, please? Good. Good to go to Tiruvannamalai. Good to sit at Ramana's feet. Good to go to Ramana Ashram. All these things. Good to do pradakshina, walk around the mountain, all these things. Sit in Virupaksha cave, Skanda Ashram is fine. All these things. But don't forget what I say. Wherever your body go, something witnesses the goings and comings of the body, the thoughts and feelings, emotions of the body mind. But it is not entangled in any of these. You be there. Coming to the London Satsang, the longing to be in your presence is the only factor that touches me these days. Watching that too. And resisting the urge to watch too much of the videos and staying on the contemplation as you directed. Seeing the unreality of everything. Please, please, kick me into the fire soon to be fully burnt. Love and pranams, Girija from Bangalore. He's from Bangalore. I didn't know Bangalore was from Bangalore. I should link her up with Ananta there and Garima. Daily actions and interactions are like water off a lotus leaf, meaning whatever happens in daily life, it doesn't stick. It's just happening. The inner journalist who is writing everything happen every day, this one now is gone. He's been fired now. So who is going to write the story of every day? Who is going to do the bank account of every thought? Nothing. Very good. You see. There is just one yearning to have the direct experience of truth, the true self that you pointed to. It's already been done, you know. It's already done. It's been pointed. But then the thought comes, oh yes, that's what I need to happen now. And you believe this thought, and immediately it becomes an intention. So many things like that. You believe a thought, and the thought believed in creates a sense of separation. And now you have to find another thought, a thought of union, to try and end the separation that never was. Think about it, but not too much. Coming to London Satsang, the longing to be in your presence is the only factor that touches me these days. Watching that too, yes. That's watching that. But when you say watching that, be consciously in the watching of that, but watching the watching itself. This is this is going to burn everything. Don't watch what the watching is showing. Watch the watching itself. And see if there's a watcher watching. And if there's a watcher watching, see if that watcher watching can be watched also. There's something very powerful in this. It sounds like a bit of play of words. No, very powerful. Because when you turn the attention like this, you see, this is the power of attention. So far, all the attention has been going out through the eyes, through the senses, and the mind has been shopping through the senses for sensations. You see? It's going out, bringing always some sensation. And for your whole life, you can be doing this, looking out, looking. Spirituality, what means? This. Then the attention turns around now. It stops reporting about things because everything it sees is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Then the question, what perceive impermanence? Then the attention is brought around like this. Okay? What will the attention perceive? Can the perceiver be perceived? Don't think so much. Find out. Look, something is perceiving everything. This something which is perceiving everything seems to be here. This which seems to be perceiving everything and sees that everything is an object, is that itself also an object? If it is an object, then what will perceive it? Then just turn this question. Stay with this question. Write it down, this question. Because as you begin to look, and power begins to come again to you, you see? Sometimes suddenly you start to forget. What is my question again? What's the question again? See? The mind is like escaping, you see? So write him down. What is perceiving everything? Time, space, relationship, identity, desire, attachments, memory, all of this it can see. But can it itself be seen? Is there something perceiving? Like something that can be recognized? Is there a perceiver as an entity looking? Then this question invites an introspection. What will the introspection, what will it unveil, you see? That will be experience, not thought. That's going to bring a lot of peace again. Maybe in the beginning, confusion, because you're not used to it. Nobody's asking this question. No one is really asking this question. It is the most atomic question. It is the key to the mystery of this universe. Something is watching from here. Life, it watches memory, it watches names and forms, it watches this body, it watches the movement of emotion, of feeling, of time, of thought, of attachments, of longing, desire. All this it can see. But what is it that sees? Can it also be seen? Also? And don't just think, look. And you, at first it feels, whoa, whoa. It's like you cannot focus. Then you're told, but even the lack of focus is also seen. By what is it seen? You see, like this. And this is going to burn a lot of noise, a lot of confusion, a lot of sorrow. It's going to destroy sorrow. And it's going to kill death itself. Mark my words. It's going to kill death itself. But there's a lot of resistance to this question. Something wants to exchange these questions for 6 other smaller ones. I'll give you 6 very juicy little questions. We can come to that question later. Okay? Try this. Say, no. What is this thing, you see? Please kick me into the fire soon to be fully burnt. If I kick you in this fire, you will discover you cannot be burnt. Only what you are not will get burnt. But you have to be willing to be thrown in this fire of self-discovery, this fire for freedom. This is a very loving fire. It destroys all that is untrue. My name is Mirella. Until now, I thought my life was a chaos. Now I understand that God has many ways to show people what they have to do. I thank God for all the lessons, and I would not be the woman I am today without these difficulties. In my heart, I can feel the pain of the whole world, and I know I have to do something, but I don't know what. It is a continuous fight with myself. There is something in me that I cannot explain. Sometimes I know everything of the person in front of me just by looking at them. However, I don't know how to get to this something. We can cover this one now. My current job is not good. Why? 8 years ago, my husband took my daughter away from me, and I could not do anything about it because, in the end of the day, the money counts. I went into the world, and I ended up selling my body in order to survive. I have been cheated, beaten, lied to, and betrayed, and all just for money. Now I am trying to sort out my life because I feel with all my heart that I have to change a lot. There is still a lot of pain, and I am melting. Even if inside there is this light and love for the world, it hurts that I can't do anything. I need some guidance. I want to learn from you, Master Mooji, how to find my way, how to bring to the surface everything from inside me that is beautiful, if God wants. Why my life is so entangled? What have I done wrong? Thank you with all my heart. Thank you very much, Mirella from Romania. Very many people who again woke up to the truth of themselves. This could be their letter also. They could write letter like this. They will not be telling you the sound of music. The hills are... No, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you, oh, I had such a beautiful life. Everything is so wonderful. I have a nice job, a nice... Maybe they could write a letter just like this. I had a terrible life, a lot of struggle in my life, so much pain, the relationships falling apart, my children left me, my husband left me, and all of this. And sometimes it takes such pain to wake up. Sometimes great pain. Some people, they sleep very lightly, you know. You just come in the morning time to get up and do like this. Huh? You see? Like that. And then, okay, thank you, they get out. Another one. You could hit them with a rock. In the same way, waking to the self. Some people, they wake very easily. They just hear the truth and something comes alive inside. And say, oh my God, I don't know what this is all about, but somehow my life is on fire. I don't know what I said. This fire is very good. You're very lucky to have this fire. Yes, but I'm confused. I just don't know what to do. I said, it's all right. It's okay. Something knows what to do, but not you. Not this time. This time you're like a baby again. It's going to take care of you. Just say yes. Say, take me completely. Yeah? You see? So many people, they have a life with background very difficult. It's almost like the world seems like it doesn't want them. You understand? Some people, like the world is going, just get out of here. We don't want you. We don't. Everywhere you go, marriage. No, we don't want you. Marriage. Don't want you. Huh? Children. No, we don't want you. Huh? Job. So where is your left for me? And then you find that. And then you may say, thank you to all this difficulty. Because if it was easy, I would not have found you. You see? If it was too easy, I'd be very shallow person maybe. Just liking, enjoy silly things. But because it's been so painful, I was forced to look and to give up my fantasies about life and to find what is true. So don't be so discouraged by that. You have had difficult things. Make use of them. You see? Because in everything there's a reflection. And sometimes the most powerful reflections are in pain and things which are difficult. Because you have to consider, you have to reflect. You cannot just, suck your finger. You have to get into, it's like, to check out, what is this thing? And it brought you, your trouble brought you to YouTube, no? People go to YouTube for all kinds of things. If you look at the things that get the highest hits, the stupid things. Stupid things, You know, a cat playing the piano. 100 million views. That's what I'm saying. Yes. A goldfish that winks. 50 million views. This is what the human mind can want, no? But then something is offering you, pointing you back to yourself. Oh, 37 views. 300 views. You see? 300 views and only shared amongst maybe 20 people. So something brings you to this understanding. Why is my life so entangled? What have I done wrong? Thank you with all my heart. It's okay. Dear Mooji, I am desperate. I have had it completely with this world. It's another one. Why is my own self keeping me waiting? Perhaps I am weak, lacking in faith, too much doubt, too much identity. Why is my own self keeping me waiting? Is it two selves? Are you two selves? One is not waiting and one is waiting. Is there two selves? Actually, some people have many, legions of selves. How many selves? My real self is keeping who waiting? But it is perfectly understood in the language of our own conditioning. We say we understand what it means. Why is my real self keeping me waiting? So you are the false self. And who knows of the real self? Who knows more about the real self than you? And who are you? Are you the false self or the real self? This you have to find out. A bit tricky. I pray every day to Ramana and my own self to therefore remove all doubt. 1. 2. Fill me with 100% trust. That's a lot. You don't need 100% trust. Even if you only have 3% trust, be 100% with your 3%. Isn't it? Maybe you can't have 100% trust. Nobody has 100% trust. If you only have a little trust, but be totally 100% about your little trust, and it will grow. So you ask Ramana and your own self to also increase my earnestness by infinity. And of course, I inquire all the time. So you want that. Who is this? Greg. I want this. I want to remove all doubt. But the doubt is not true. You know, why remove something is not true? You just have to see it's not true. You don't have to remove it. This is very important, see. It's like this ego is like a ghost that is afraid of dying. You understand? The ego is like a ghost that is afraid of dying. And you say, but you don't exist, darling. You say, but yeah, but I know intellectually, but Okay. Who is the one who wants all of this? Question. Very good. I follow the instructions of my guru Ramana and you and Nisargadatta. I'm using the chainsaw you prescribe to cut at the root. To cut at the root. Now, my chainsaw is not a bloody thing. Chainsaw simply means to something powerful to cut this poisonous tree. To cut at it. Inquiry, being present, aware, yet I am exhausted. So I also follow your other advice sometimes. Just let go everything. Yeah, sometimes too much trying, too much work, too much. I say, okay, just drop everything. And then some people, they find that relief. Just drop it, drop everything. You see? Please, 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 to you, beloved Mooji, who my own self has led me to, please smash this ridiculous shell. This cloud of ego is seen to be transient, and yet it won't dissolve, or too slowly anyway. I am suffocating. Please burn me up forever. Please, I can't go on like this. Please. Love, Greg. And in bracket, I talked to you some months back via Skype Satsang from New Jersey. Okay. You see, we say, please, please, you, to you, beloved Mooji, who is my own self, who my own self has led me to. Okay, led you to, and then I give you advice. Then you're asking, please smash this ridiculous shell. This cloud of ego is seen to be transient. If you see it's transient, and that it's not really real, Why is it bothering you? The thing by itself cannot bother you. But you are being bothered. Because you want something to go, you want to get rid of something, but the proof is here to show you, but it doesn't exist. They say, yes, I know it doesn't exist, but still troubling me. You see? So I tell the story about two friends, no? I told before. They were school friends. But then they grew up, left school, and they all went a different way. And then through Facebook, I've modernized it a bit. So through Facebook now, they found each other, and they arranged, we've got to meet after all these years. It's like been 15 years. No? So one of them lived in the country. And the other one doesn't have her own place. So she says, we want to meet. So the one who has the house says, come to my house. Gave her directions, come and spend the weekend with me. We can catch up on old times. So, it sounds a great idea. So this visiting friend arrived at the house. Very nice, hug, kiss. Oh, darling, you look so great, and blah, blah, blah. The things that girls do. And, you look so great and all these things. Okay. So then what happened is that they spend a lot of time talking, and then it's getting late, and then the host says, I show you to your room. So she took her to her room upstairs, opened this room, nice little room, nice view and everything. And then she leave her or bag. She says, there's a cupboard here, this is your bed, the bathroom is here and everything. So it's thank you, darling, so nice. No? So anyway, the other one goes back to bed, and the visiting girl, she's unpacking, no? And so she goes inside, open the cupboard to put her clothes in. And inside the cupboard, she sees old lady sitting inside the cupboard. So the old lady has got gloves on, like this, and umbrella sitting inside the cupboard. So she screams, like this, no? So the other one says, what? Came upstairs. What happened? She said, there's an old lady in the cupboard. She says, you're joking, what are you talking? You've been drinking some? No. There's an old lady in the cupboard. Who is she? What old lady? There's no old lady here. I live on my own. No, but there's a old lady in the cupboard, I tell you. Okay, come, let's go and take a look. So she goes and she opens the cupboard, and surely there's a one kind of bench inside this big cupboard, and the window is half open, there's moonlight and stuff, and she had some gloves or umbrella, and it somehow looked like, with all the clothes hanging, it's shaped like somebody's there, but they see is nothing. Said, listen, there's nothing here, look. She goes, no, I don't want, no, come, look. She brings her inside, look. And there is a chair with her dress hanging on the chair, and some gloves, and there's an umbrella, and her mind made the rest up. And she says, oh my God, so I'm so sorry. It's just, maybe I'm too tired and need to go to bed. I could swear I saw old lady. Says, okay, never mind, it's okay, go to sleep. In the morning, they met for breakfast. And she's the one looks a bit kind of still very pale. She said, did you sleep okay? She says, no. Says, why? It's the whole lady. The whole lady. She said, what old lady? She says, the whole lady in the cupboard. She said, but we looked, there's no whole lady. I showed you that it's just some things, and come on, what are you saying? She says, no. She says, there's an old lady sitting in the room. Who is she? Is she your grandmother or what? Said, no, there's nothing. What? She says, look, I'm sorry. Look, no. She said, come, let's go. She said, no, I don't want to come. She's in the room. She's in it. Pulled her up, opened the door, look. Still the same thing is there like this. Gloves on the thing, and everything is. She said, oh my God, I don't understand. I could swear I saw a whole lady in here. She says, no, it's just the light and the shadows from there. We close the window, okay? or we open the window. It will be fine. Don't worry. There's nothing. Thank you. I feel so foolish. I feel so. Please forgive me. I feel so foolish. How could I see? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Never mind. No. So they are going out to the cinema, and she says, "Go. Okay. Come. Let's quick. We got 15 minutes to get ready. Go upstairs again." Ah! What? Sorry, I can't stay in this room. Why? What's up? The old lady is there. No. She went up again, look, opened the door, took the clothes, and look, it's just the clothes. Okay, hang them up, put all the thing, put the gloves away. Okay? Like this. Is there a old lady? No old lady. Okay, get over it. Went to the cinema, come home from the cinema. Okay, good night. Yeah, I can't go there. Why? Because the old lady. But there's no old lady. You look for yourself. There's no old lady. Okay, if you say so. I said, no, if I say so. We saw together, there's no old lady. So we're a little bit like this girl. You say, oh, my mind is killing me. I just don't know what to do. It's just killing me. I say, okay, go, show me this murdering mind. Show me. Let's have a look together. Can't find it. So, but take a look, because this thing has been like this for years. Years you're complaining about this torturing mind. Let's find this torturer mind. Come, let's look together. I'll hold your hand. You know the feeling, how you feel terrible. Yes, feel terrible. Yes. Who is suffering this terrible? Let's have a look. It's nothing. You sure? Take a second look. It's nothing. I can't do it. Try. It doesn't exist. Oh, very good. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Mooji. Then we are talking later. See you. You have to go? You have to go. Nathan Ji ki Namah Shivaya. You gotta go back to London. I'm coming soon. Like this. And so again, it's oh my mind. But we looked, where is it? Yeah, it's just we're the same thing. It appears like this, but when searched for, it's found to be non-existent. And you keep on looking, and then you say, but why does it keep on coming back? I said, but it's just habit. It's just an illusion. You keep on just confirming this, and gradually this ghost will go like this. Please, to you, beloved Mooji, my own self has led me to you. Please smash this ridiculous shell. This cloud of ego is seen to be transient, and yet it won't dissolve. Or too slowly anyway. It will go gradually. It goes. No? Please burn me up forever. Please, I can't go on like this. Please. Can't go on like that. Someone like Greg, no, I would ask you, try and make some time if you can. Come and spend a bit of time in this, in the satsang. So a few days to be immersed in this field. And that will play its part in burning up all this nonsense. Don't expect to be 100% free. Forget, this is mind. Don't bring numbers into this. I say, how can I be 100? Not even 99? No, 100. So then if you say like this, the mind will give you 99. And then you say, no, I'm just a little bit of doubt remain. Like this is it. This is not nonsense. Dear Master, I have many questions after the Zimar retreat. I will mention the most important. I will be completely open and honest. After all, you are my master. If I don't talk to you, then with whom could I be open, even if the whole world listens? 1. I came to the retreat hoping to find the absolute truth. I saw a movie on YouTube as you explained how it was when you wrote a letter to Papaji and all the thoughts before the discussion directly with him. In brackets, yes, you are good, but you are not the Ramana Maharshi. That's my thoughts were fighting, no? Because when you go in front of the master, you may feel you have a certain amount of spiritual credibility. You know, you have some spirit cred. And so you have a feeling, you know, like, you know, I've been around, I've been there, I know a few things. You know, I can be peaceful. I'm quite very loving, very open. Nobody's here. You go in front of the master and whoa, all this stuff is coming, no? So like this, I sat in the benefit of a lot of satsangs, but now come a day, I had to go myself. I felt it's time to go. I had to write. There was something was troubling inside. It's time now to write. I've listened to other people's letters, beautiful. Now it's time for me to write. So I wrote this letter, and I was also a bit, just before satsang, somebody comes and says, any letter for Papa today? And people give the letters for him to read today. And I was kind of... and then he goes, oh, it's gone now. Then somehow I didn't want to go into satsang. I think, oh God, what have I done now, you know? So I sat at the back of satsang hall, and all the letters go in. I'm looking to see if I could see my letter on it. And somewhere inside is hoping that he doesn't read it. Like today's a short satsang. Sometimes Papaji likes to watch cricket. And then he would just say, okay, time to go, Namasté, survive another day, this type of stuff. So anyhow, this discomfort was there. And then he called me. And boom, 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 you know. Then I had to walk through all these people to go. Then I'm sitting with him and he started to read my letter. And then somehow very strong resistance come. Very strong judgments and stuff, you know, and you know, like he's reading. And inside the noise became so loud, my inner noise started to screech. It's ringing in my head, you know. But I didn't want anybody to see that I was feeling that. I tried to look very calm. But inside, woof, 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 and it became so loud inside that I couldn't actually hear what he was speaking. I was watching him speak and he was... inside, like something shut down, doesn't want. And sometimes your resistances can manifest like that. It's coming up, and then I was feeling, you know, he's not my master. Why is he talking to me like this? And feel all shame and embarrassed. I knew I shouldn't have come here, and all of this nonsense thing like this. So this is what can happen. Something wants to run, and you believe it, because identity, you identify with this. And then I felt, you know, now I should not have come here now. I knew it's time to leave this place now. This is what I've been waiting for inside my mind's going. Now waiting for this thing, you know, because we were in a place called luck now. And I was thinking, no, this is bad luck. Bad luck now. I don't want to be here anymore. These people, all these Westerners, so something was rebelling, no? But already the serum was already in. You see, the power had already gone in. There's something, I want to leave satsang. That day I had no friends. I just had time to go. I go home, start to pack my bag to go. And it was a very hot day. And I said, no, stop for a minute, go for a walk, get some fresh air. Because inside was hot, not just outside as well. Inside hot, like inside felt like frying sausages inside. When I went into town to sit down a little bit under one tree, sitting down in the town, the rickshaws, the cows, everything's passing, just feeling still. I couldn't get out of this restlessness, out of this agitation. One woman came and spoke to me a little bit, and then she went. And then I got up, I said, okay, fine, I got to go now. And I started walking home, just from here maybe to where the office is there. As I walked there, suddenly everything vanished like this. Now I don't know if you understand what it means. Everything vanished. I mean, okay, I could still see the cars moving and the rickshaw and stuff, but I could not hear it. Now, I also could not hear. There was no sound. But inside, no screeching, no they're gone. And I could not find myself. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Could not find any connection to who I thought I was. Couldn't find. But something is here, no? Looking at the hand, but there was nobody in them. Like this, it was like that. And suddenly, it was like this vastness. I did not know date of birth, where I'm from, nothing like this. Everything vanished. And then a very powerful love came inside me for Papaji. And in that moment, I realized that I never loved him before. My mind was too much resisting, you see, and identifying with this resisting mind, thinking that, you see, because sometimes Papaji would say something, and, you know, some silly thing, and my mind would say, if he was a real master, he wouldn't say something like that. You see, finding every little thing to excuse, to get away, to kind of, to not be pulled in. But the day had come like that, and everything vanished. And then I became like a little boy, running to go to his house, to touch his feet. I didn't feel my feet were touching the ground, running. And then somehow I must have blocked out. I can't remember anything at all. What happened? I didn't go to his house. I don't know what happened. You see? So I was telling the story about this. Now my love for you and respect is deeply. I consider my master, but something inside is not complete. Number 2, fear of dark. After the retreat, this fear is stronger. I can't meditate. Yeah? Now can't meditate. Close the eyes, dark. Whoa. So mind is playing some trick now, is it? Okay? You used to be able to go to your little sanctuary, huh? Close your eyes into your little ashram. Now fear is there. You see? So, boom. Can't do this. Number 3, I have a feeling of rebirth, as I want to be baptized again with a new name, and it would be my honor if you could give a name. I have very much to say, but I was short because I want you to read my letter today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, with much love and gratitude, Elena. So you want to share this? I came to the retreat hoping to find the absolute truth. I saw a movie on YouTube, as you explain how it was when you wrote a letter to Papaji and all the thoughts before the discussion directly with him. The one like I just done. My love for you and respect is deep. I consider my master, but something inside is not complete, I think. Something is never complete. Only nothing is complete. You follow? Something is never complete. Only nothing is complete. Your mind is always looking for something. And with something, it's always be almost there. Next time. Next retreat. Next something. So always feel something is not really there. It hasn't stopped it. You see? So your attention is going here. And so you miss the ever-present thingless thing, which is not coming and going. It is not 100% or 60% or 200%. There's no percentage. The self has no percentage. Percentage is in the mind. So the one who wants to know this 100%, itself is not even 100%. The one who wants to know something 100% cannot even be itself 20% of the time. It's like the sun asking the moon, could you give me a little light? It is ridiculous. You see? But these misunderstandings, they continue to play inside because you are just distracted. And our whole life can be a series of distractions. Like something is distracting you from who you are so that you can continue being who you're not. I say there's nothing you need to do to be what you are because you already are. But there's something you need to do in order to stop being what you are not. You have to find out your true place. And if you don't grasp this, you're going to try lots and lots of different remedies that help you a little bit here, a little bit here. You feel encouraged, but somehow you're walking like on a treadmill, you cannot get to the place. The mind is saying, just keep walking on this treadmill. You're going, but you're not going anywhere. You're just moving, but you're not going anywhere. That's the only thing to overcome, your own projection. The own misunderstanding, you see, or ignorance. Let's see if we can get another one of this now and see. We're almost there now, look at that. Dear Mooji, thank you is not enough to thank you for being you. You as presence itself have helped so many of us from the comfort of our homes to experience the same. I am free. I as a personality and ego just doesn't exist. Thank you for making this possible and helping me to realize the truth as you have. All questions have vanished. Nowhere to go, no journey, no separation. Thoughts still come, and as guided by you, I zipped myself up in silence for a month. There is a gradual maturing happening. Can you please guide me as how this gradual maturing happens? You don't need to know. You don't need to know. If you start, because I know the mind wants to know this. How does this gradual maturing happen? And that's how you're going to get into trouble. Well, it happens like this, you see. So and so. And then something which is natural becomes a technique. You don't need any technique to be. You are already. But something has made us mistrust this because we pay so much attention to our mind's projections and believe that those projections are real and that they're yours. So this is called sleep, in fact. It's called ignorance. And somehow we have to awaken out of this ignorance. This is why it's called awakening from this sleep of ignorance, you see. I cannot read any more books or even see your videos anymore. Everything seems an effort. It seems as if life or consciousness is taking care of itself, and I, as the false doer, is losing its importance and existence. Very good. The question that still arises is, does it take time to get used to this new way of being, where there is nothing personal anymore? Does it take time? So what? Paradoxically, it takes time to recognize the timeless. It takes time to recognize the timeless. Now, when all inquiry stops, how and what happens? Then you should tell me. Don't try and stop inquiry. Let inquiry stop. But don't try and stop it. Because who are you to stop it? When the inquiry stops, means you are finished. Then this question will not come. How and what happens? Nothing happened. You see? Until or unless the mind says something happened, experientially, nothing happened. Is the mind is giving some label, this thing happened or it doesn't happen. And it is being registered as though that's a fact. It's only a fiction. For the one who sees, nothing really happens. A bird flies here. And for somebody, it goes onto Facebook. While Mooji was speaking, this black bird flew. And then you miss what I was really pointing. Become something. Did it really happen? Maybe you say to other people, you were there when that bird flew? He says, what bird? We didn't notice no bird, man. We didn't notice anything. Everything stopped. I didn't know. Did you see a bird? Yeah, I saw a bird. It's on my Facebook. The question that still arises is, does it take time to get used to this new way of being? Gradually, there is a maturing, a simmering down, an adjustment that's natural to life. And it's healthy. That it's not like flicking a switch and suddenly from Buddhi to Buddha. No, it takes, you have to grow again. You have to reacquire a taste for what you are. We've spent so long in the feeling of being what we are not. It takes a little time to adjust to really what you are. It's a kindness in life. It's rare some being somehow, it cannot just change like that. Something change. The delusion is switched off. But slowly, your correct focus, your awareness comes to settle down. It takes a little time like that. Now, when all inquiry stops, how and what happens, I said before. What is it that I need to know or be aware of? You see, these premature questions, you see. Follow the pointing, come there, and then I want to listen to you then. Because you won't have any more questions. You will be speaking as the Buddha itself. If you feel to speak. You will not speculate. When you don't know, you speculate. A Buddha does not speculate. A Ramana does not speculate. Papaji does not speculate. You see? They are that. So somehow they can only confirm, they can encourage, but they don't need to speculate. Only ignorance speculate. They make a lot of noise. Thank you with all the love and gratitude in my heart. Rishika in India. Rishika in India. Very good. Are we going to do this? Should we do this? Yeah. They are coming. The light is... I'm fine. All this one, all is there for me. Dear Mooji, thank you with all my heart for helping me. I am 21 and student at university. My urge towards truth is getting stronger and stronger. Many of my interests faded away, and even my studies somehow seems to be less important for me with the time. Especially after this insight I had last spring. Now there is the fear of losing all my motivation for studying all the scientific knowledge and finishing off university. Unlike my friends, I can't find fulfillment in this kind of knowledge anymore. On the other hand, I feel like being where I should be. I don't know what I should do else except joining satsangs. There is also gratitude for having the chance of getting a good education and for my parents who pay everything for me. May your words encourage me. In love, Dominic from Austria. Myself also for many years I was a painter, making paint. I totally loved it also. Painting, painting, painting. But there comes a time where I was very much searching for something greater than painting. But through painting, I think that if I kept painting, also I had this fantasy like I wanted to make the ultimate painting. I wanted to make ultimate painting, you see. When you have this drive, you have all these type of things. You want to make the ultimate painting. Yeah? And then one night I had a dream that I'd made the ultimate painting, but it was always moving. It was always changing. I said, wow, how can you make a painting which is an ultimate painting always moving? Because a fixed painting cannot be an ultimate painting. And be ultimate for who? So I might feel I make ultimate painting. Oh, wonderful, exhibition, whoa, it's great. Then next week I think it's not so ultimate. It's not so ultimate. As a matter of fact, I think it's rubbish. You see? Who will determine? Does the painting say I'm ultimately painting? I'm ultimate painting? It doesn't. So somebody has to appreciate. And you cannot get everybody to agree on one thing. Just like I say, there's never been a time when one single being has been loved by everybody else. Not even God. Okay? So you're not going to get, oh, my ultimate painting, Guinness Book of Record today. Ultimate painting painted by Mooji. No, it's not going to happen. There's something searching for something ultimate. And so this thing now, you're searching for something, and since this has begun to speak inside your heart, your interest is fading. So this is what happened. After this thing, I discovered this thing took place inside me. When it took place, the painting energy dropped away. Okay? Now many people, many friends would say, what happened to you? Why are you not painting? I said, I just don't feel like painting much at the moment. I said, but man, you're so good, man. You're so good. You know, there are all these paintings, and the people want to see your paintings. You know, they want to see your paintings. It's so beautiful. You know, that's your vocation in life. That's your gift that God gave you to paint. I thought, but God gave me freedom right now. So you're studying, and in the world, you go to university. That's really good. And I don't know what you're studying, Dominique. You're studying something, but at the same time, your scientific knowledge and so on. But something has come. It has intruded upon your study. You see, and the truth is not convenient, you know. He doesn't mind when he comes in. He comes in and says, hey, I'm here. And suddenly your studies start to wobble. So, is it, what should you do? Continue with your studies? I can't say. I would say, let that happen. But don't turn from this. Don't turn from this. Okay? If you can incorporate your study in it, fine. If not, let the study go then. Because your study will end. The student will end one day. But this cannot end. Maybe you don't get a job. You come out, you turn out to be some baba somewhere. Okay? And I know many people, especially in India, okay? They have great achievements, university diplomas and all kind of stuff, okay? Working in takeaway shops, okay? Because they're too overqualified, they're too brilliant. And there cannot enough people to employ them also sometime like this. But even if there were people to employ you, it's not good enough. If something strikes your heart, and you just cannot get out of it, this fascination for freedom catch you, then I am not going to be somebody to tell you continue with your study, to finish university, if you don't feel it in your heart. If you feel it in your heart, says, yeah, why not have both? But prioritize your freedom. You know, this comes to you now, give space for this. Don't turn away from this. You see? But then you see, then you come back down, bottom line, I don't know what else I should do except joining satsangs. There is also gratitude for having the chance of getting a good education, and for my parents, of course. You're great, you're sending you to university. Sometimes life gives you two roads in front and they both look good. He said, but I can't walk on two roads. One road is my parents and so on. They did everything. And they may even see, you're a dropout? You fail? I said, yes, but I'm happy. Happy? What's happy got to do with it? Who's going to employ you? Then this is something you must come to for yourself. You must. But if you're with me, I tell you, don't worry about anything. Because what will provide for you now, that will take care of everything. That will take care of everything. It is taking care of everything. Many times we don't see it. You're so busy trying to make a living, but you miss your life. Here is something maybe happening, and you don't know where it's going. You don't know where it's going. But it is going to be the greatest thing ever happened to you. You can leave a university with so many degrees and so many hats and all these things, okay? But it will not compare to what you're finding here. What is going to be revealed in you. You can be the most successful human being on the planet, acclaimed by every people, every scholar say this is the greatest one. But if it was down to me, I'd rather that you are walking barefoot Baba in the street and you know this, if you found this. Because not only will you be happy, you'll bring happiness to you innumerable being. The world doesn't need much more money. It needs awakened beings. Not more money. We squander money. What's money? We don't need more money. We don't need more universities. No. If it needs something, some awakened beings. Blessed is the one whose life is the evidence of truth. Blessed is the one whose life is the evidence of truth. Not the theory of truth, but whose life is the fragrance and the evidence that truth is. You are the living scripture. You see? So from this place, if you come to me and ask me this kind of thing, what can I tell you? But if you're searching for truth because you want to be a guru, you're searching for truth because you think it's an easy life, then I says, finish your study. Finish your study and, let your parents be proud of you. Okay, you go do that. But if truth has got you, then I say, yeah. I say, take me completely. Burn me completely. Leave nothing unburnt. This is beautiful. Yes, one. Short one. Dearest beloved Mooji, dissolve me in you in silence all the way. Love and gratitude, Caroline. Budum. So be it. Nice and simple. Who could refuse? Yes. You just say yes. Yes, there's a power. Maybe you can put the power of yes. Who can? Yes is like a child's thing. It's not a philosophy. There's no philosophy called yes. You see? There's no speculation. There's no pride. It's just yes. There's an innocence in yes. You cannot hide behind yes. Yes unveils everything. It strips you down beyond the concept of nakedness. It strips you down. Like this you come. And like this you go. This is the power of to me to say yes. Yes does not need any technique. It says, absorb me. Oh, easy. I feel like I have come back to person. I have been feeling tired all the time and my body feels weak, restless and very weird. It feels like it's out of energy and numb feelings on the head, feet and hands, and some overwhelming anxiety. I don't know if this is part of the mind's trap or I should go check with a doctor. Something inside of me doesn't care and wants to go full on, and I do too. I have had times when the fire turns on, and then I go back to sleep and everything goes back to normal. Sometimes in the middle of the night I wake up and I can't find myself. Then I go back to sleep and I am person again. I am the guy who got the backlash from Satsang at Zimar. I am from El Paso, Texas in the US. I don't care if storms comes, or, in bracket, I don't know if I can say this, detaches my nuts. This has to die. Please, Mooji, help me burn what I am not. Thank you, Mooji and the Mooji team. Sorry for the long message. So, the person come back, I've been feeling tired all the time, and my body, you see, sometimes I can say the day is closing down like this. I say, when the truth somehow awakens inside, then your being is taken over by a kind of process that is a kind of detoxing, psychic and spiritual detoxing. It can be like this. You have no energy, you got the flu, we call it Satsang flu, you're just tired, you feel weak, your head hurts. I say, wow, you're so lucky. Yeah? It means life has picked you up and is washing out all your rubbish. You're in God's laundry now. And then it says, it feels like it's out of energy and numb feelings on the head feet. This is perfectly fine. And some overwhelming anxiety. This is fine. Also, things are something, but there's something in here that's not, something like this. And I don't know if this is part of the mind's trap or I should go and check with a doctor. Very often I go to doctor, doctors are nothing wrong with you. You see, just need to get some sleep. It's like this. Sometimes something inside of me doesn't care and wants to go full on, and I do too. I've had times when the fire turns on and then I go back to sleep and everything goes back to normal. Sometimes in the middle of the night I wake up and I can't find myself, and I go back to sleep and I'm a person again. I'm the guy who got the backlash from Satsang at Zimar. I'm from El Paso, Texas, in the US. I don't care if a storm comes or detaches my nuts. I don't think I'm saying it. This has to die. Please, Mooji, help me to burn what I am not. All this, I think that you have been picked up by grace. And so your usual life feels like it's just being churned around. And so for a while, it's okay. It soon pass. Trust it. This is what I would advise. Daniel, just trust the process. Just understand that you open your heart to truth, and then all of this is going on. So I feel it's perfectly good. I've had many of these days myself. Sometimes you pray to God, God, please help me to get rid of all of this, and then it seems like God puts two fingers down your throat. And it's not very nice, but then after you feel, so good, I was getting ready for a long thing, and in 2 seconds something's come out. But you won't be asking that again so quickly sometime. So everything is fine, Daniel, everything is fine. You look like you're really in a very gracious place. Last one. Hi, Mooji. I have a question that I find difficult to answer myself and would love if you could help me. Is there space for a relationship with another person living in the I am? Sorry, it feels like a contradiction, but below I explain the origin of my question. When I am in the I am space, I feel I am free, relaxed, in peace. Then suddenly the thoughts of letting people that I love and they love me go gives me fear of not experiencing with them life, time, or together. I feel that focusing within I'll let this life of a human pass by without interacting with it and experiencing it. You don't have to force anything. You can relax and let your life just unfold. Don't make any vows, okay, this I will not do, and from now, we can try, but somehow you make things more tight, and the life is not requiring this of you. But if you feel like that, you give it a try. And then maybe you have to go through some pain of seeing that, well, I didn't have to run away from my family. Even a great sage, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, after he was touched deeply by Satsang, he left his family and his family business and went in the Himalayas, walking around in the Himalayas, in search of truth, I suppose, at least. Then one of his fellow disciples, they came and they saw him up there and says, well, what are you doing up here? And he says, well, I'm living like a Baba. No? He says, but that's not it, man, Go back to your family. The truth is there just the same way. This is not your place now. And he heard that. He went home, continued his business, selling BDs and living a family life, and found that it was not inconsistent with the truth that he's found inside his heart. But different people, different strokes, different folks, they say. In this life's path, I met another person's life path. We recognize love in each other, into each other's eyes. We both believe in oneness, and we found it into each other's eyes and our presence. In bracket, we could stare into each other's eyes for hours, finding peace and love. The peace I find inside me is the same peace I find inside the eyes of the other person, and that unbalanced me, because I want to share part of my path with this loving soul, which I find amazing and joyful in this human life. But I understand that when the focus is outside, even if I recognize myself in it, I lose touch from inside. My question is there any space for a relationship with another person when you live this life in the I am? I would love to receive an answer and a solution, because I found difficult to find it inside me at the moment. Mine is confusing me, and I cannot see or feel clearly a solution. Thank you very much. Julia. Everything can be there. Who makes all this life but the one source? Who creates all this stuff but the one source? Manifest all of this. Is it to trap itself? No, it's to somehow to express itself in diverse ways, and still to experience everything, and yet to not lose its own. Well, I was going to say lose itself. It cannot lose itself. It can only imagine it lose itself. That's the whole thing. You see? Can you have a relationship with someone, or if you have children, will you stop becoming a father or a mother because you're awake? No, you don't. If you're hungry when you were unfree, then when you're free, you stop being hungry. So your senses stop working. For instance, everything shut down. No, everything is there. Let it just be played. Just don't identify so strongly. I mean, we see examples, Rama and Sita, Krishna and Radha, Shiva and Parvati, whatever. These are examples to show, but there is, they just didn't bug each other. You understand? Okay. Can you have a relationship where you're not bugging each other? Then there must be some divine harmony in that. But if you always want something, you want, I'm not happy, I don't want this, and why don't you give me this? And I say, my God, that's not Shiva and Parvati, it's some other kind of strange thing like that. So it gives example that in everything, the life can be natural in its expression. But you don't lose your perspective. If you start to desire, you think, I need this person to complete me and all this type of nonsense, then you're going to run into some trouble. But then maybe it's part of your destiny for a while to experience this trouble a bit. But of course, why should it not be there? It would be a very strange thing if, having realized the self, your life becomes just some kind of monochromatic expression. You understand? No, it says, no, I don't feel that anyone enjoys their being as much as a sage, a jnani, an awakened being. Because they are not addicts. You're not an addict. But all things is there. But after a while, even that is not really. What we call all is there is just superficial things usually. Some feelings, emotions you want to cherish, but they don't function like that. They're not dreaming, oh, I want a Lamborghini or something. Not thinking, oh, yes, like an orange Lamborghini, Sadhu color Lamborghini. You're not aspiring for something. I'm making a joke, one friend in London like that. And so they're not creating these little nonsenses because there's nothing incomplete inside themselves. And they let the waves of life flow. Sometimes something, but they still have to somehow discern. Even after the state of awakening, there may still be some subtle tension in life that is still part of the vital force activity. And so that something remains alert inside. But why should you be against anything in life? It's just how your mind is presenting these things. We expect a lot, there's a lot of nonsense, a lot of projections about what a free being should do. It's all rubbish. It's like that. What you know is that they cannot harm another being in any sense. They have no vindictiveness, there's no judgment, there's no possessiveness. All of these things, it's not there. Don't you want to be like that? You can enjoy. You have your parents and you think you can say, look, I'm no longer called John. I am the great I am. You don't have to say things like this. You're natural in every sense. You move and something. Inside, you are at peace in your heart. And you don't blow any trumpets about yourself. You just move around. And somehow it is communicated if there's something to be communicated. Even in silence, it is like that. So we don't need to be somehow any contrived behavior and try and look spiritual and all of this. I mean, it's part of our play. We try it. It's okay, but it's not the real thing. And the real thing doesn't have any specific shape. Like it looks like this. It looks like different things. I don't want to try and fix anything here. Just more to give you a flavor of how freedom dances as life. It is not, having another 5 commandments to the already 10 or something. It's not, it's not like this. It's a freedom, but it's not the ego's version of freedom. It's not selfish. So, anyway, look, the light is going. Thank you. The days are getting shorter, no? Yeah. Om Namah Shivaya, Om. Om Shri Arunachala Shiva, Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya, Om. Papaji ki jai, Om. Shri Buddha ki jai, Om. Shri Christ ki jai, Shri Krishna ki jai, Shri Ananda Mahima ki jai, Shri Nisargadatta Maharaj ki jai, Shri Bankai ki jai, Shri Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar ki jai, Shri Mahadev ki jai, Shri Ram ki jai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Satguru Ramana ki Jai, Papaji ki Jai, Mooji ki Jai. You keep this for me?